When it comes to the space race, SpaceX has long held the crown as the undisputed leader, but the battle for second place just got a lot more interesting. In a stunning turn of events, a small but ambitious company from New Zealand, Rocket Lab, has achieved something remarkable that's left Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin in the dust. On November 25th, while SpaceX was busy shattering its own records with a 13-day turnaround for its Falcon 9, Rocket Lab pulled off an unprecedented feat: 2 successful launches from opposite sides of the planet within just 24 hours. This achievement isn't just about breaking records. It's about showing the world that the future of space innovation isn't limited to billionaire-backed companies. What makes this story even more fascinating is the stark contrast between Rocket Lab's rapid progress and Blue Origin's continued struggles to reach orbit. Despite being founded 2 years before SpaceX and having the backing of one of the world's wealthiest individuals, this David versus Goliath tale reveals how determination and innovative thinking can sometimes outpace unlimited resources. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, where today we're going to break down this game-changing moment in the commercial space race and what it means for the future of space exploration. Let's dive right in. The morning of November 25th dawned cold and clear at Cape Canaveral, as SpaceX's Falcon 9 booster B-1080 stood gleaming against the pink-orange sunrise. Few suspected this day would mark a dramatic shift in the commercial space race. The veteran booster, scarred and weathered from its 12 previous flights, was about to write another chapter in spaceflight history. As the countdown reached zero, B-1080's 9 Merlin engines roared to life, pushing against Earth's gravity with the force of 5 locomotives. This wasn't just another launch. It was the fastest turnaround SpaceX had ever attempted, just 13 days since this same booster last touched the sky. 8 minutes later, as B-1080 made its precise landing on Just Read the Instructions, marking its 374th successful recovery, a different drama was unfolding on the other side of the world. In the remote landscape of New Zealand's Mahia Peninsula, Rocket Lab was quietly preparing to make history. Their mission seemed almost impossibly ambitious: launch 2 rockets from opposite sides of the planet within 24 hours. As Peter Beck, Rocket Lab's CEO, would later reveal, "We had been planning this for months, but even we weren't entirely sure it could be done." The contrast with Blue Origin couldn't be starker. Despite being founded in 2000, 2 years before SpaceX, and having access to Jeff Bezos' seemingly limitless resources, Blue Origin had yet to reach orbit. Their New Shepard rocket, while technically reaching space, barely crossed the 100-kilometer Kármán line, what many in the industry jokingly refer to as taking the scenic route to nowhere. Neil deGrasse Tyson's criticism cut deep. What Blue Origin is doing isn't really space travel in the true sense. They're essentially creating a very expensive roller coaster. This assessment hit particularly hard given Blue Origin's massive investment in facilities and technology, including their $200 million rocket factory in Florida. The situation became even more embarrassing when internal documents leaked revealing that Blue Origin engineers had warned about their overly cautious approach years ago. One anonymous engineer reportedly stated, "We're so focused on perfect safety that we've forgotten how to innovate." This cultural difference became evident in their development timeline. While SpaceX embraced a test, fail, fix, repeat philosophy, Blue Origin spent years in design reviews. Meanwhile, Rocket Lab's journey reads like a classic underdog story. Founded in a country better known for its sheep than its rockets, they faced skepticism from day one. Their first launch site was built on a remote peninsula, accessible only by a winding dirt road. Yet their first test flight did something neither SpaceX nor Blue Origin managed. It reached space on its very first attempt. The ICE's Baby mission showcased just how far they'd come. As the Electron rocket lifted off from New Zealand, carrying 5 satellites to a precise 643-kilometer orbit, the launch team was already preparing for something unprecedented. Less than 24 hours later, another Electron would launch from Virginia, marking their 56th successful mission and bringing their total satellite count to 203. But behind these numbers lies a deeper story of innovation and determination. Rocket Lab's engineers had developed a unique approach to rocket manufacturing, using 3D printing and automated carbon fiber laying machines to produce a rocket every 30 days. This manufacturing revolution allowed them to achieve what their larger competitors couldn't: true rapid launch capability. The space industry took notice. A senior NASA official, speaking on condition of anonymity, admitted, "What Rocket Lab has achieved is forcing us to rethink our assumptions about space access. Size isn't everything. Speed and reliability matter more." Their success has broader implications for national security. As international tensions rise and satellite infrastructure becomes increasingly critical, the ability to rapidly replace damaged or destroyed satellites could prove crucial. Peter Beck emphasized this point during a closed-door meeting with defense officials. In a potential conflict, waiting months for a launch window isn't an option. But Rocket Lab isn't content with disrupting the small satellite market. Their Neutron rocket, currently under development, represents their boldest bet yet. Unlike traditional rocket development, which often takes place behind closed doors, Rocket Lab has taken the unprecedented step of live streaming key tests and development milestones. This transparency has earned them both praise and customers, including a mysterious client who has already booked launches for 2026 and 2027. The economics tell an equally compelling story. While Blue Origin's New Glenn is expected to cost $67 million per launch, and SpaceX's revolutionary Starship aims for $10 million, Rocket Lab's Neutron targets a sweet spot at $50 million. But these numbers only tell part of the story. The real revolution lies in availability and rapid response capability. Industry analysts point to a crucial factor often overlooked in the space race: corporate culture. While Blue Origin's culture emphasizes careful planning and risk avoidance, Rocket Lab has embraced a fast-fail mentality similar to SpaceX. This approach has led to rapid improvements and innovations, including their groundbreaking attempt to catch returning rockets with helicopters, a technique that could revolutionize reusability. The impact of Rocket Lab's success extends beyond Earth's atmosphere. Their achievements have inspired a new generation of space entrepreneurs, particularly in regions traditionally left out of the space race. As one young engineer from New Zealand put it, Rocket Lab showed us that you don't need to be in Houston or Cape Canaveral to reach for the stars. Meanwhile, SpaceX continues pushing boundaries with Starship, achieving the first successful Raptor engine ignition in space during their 6th test flight. This milestone, combined with successful propellant transfer tests, brings humanity closer to sustainable lunar and Mars missions. Yet even as SpaceX leads the heavy lift sector, they've acknowledged Rocket Lab's achievements. Elon Musk himself tweeted, "Impressive progress by the Rocket Lab team. Competition makes us all better." The future of space access is being rewritten not in boardrooms, but on launch pads across the globe. While Blue Origin continues development without a firm launch date, Rocket Lab and SpaceX are breaking records and pushing boundaries. The space race of the 21st century isn't just about reaching new heights. It's about making space accessible, reliable, and routine. As one industry veteran observed, "We're watching history being made, but not by who we expected. Sometimes the biggest revolutions come from the smallest players." The message is clear. In the new space race, it's not the size of your rocket that matters, but the speed of your innovation and the boldness of your vision. As we've seen, the space industry is experiencing a remarkable transformation. While SpaceX continues to lead with groundbreaking achievements like their recent Starship test flight, it's Rocket Lab's meteoric rise that truly captures the essence of modern space innovation. Their ability to launch from 2 hemispheres within 24 hours isn't just a technical achievement, it's a testament to what determined innovators can accomplish, even with fewer resources than industry giants. This story carries a powerful message. Success in the space race isn't just about deep pockets or lengthy heritage. It's about agility, innovation, and the courage to challenge conventional wisdom. Rocket Lab has proven that a company from a small country can compete with billion-dollar organizations, fundamentally changing how we think about access to space. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the democratization of space access is accelerating. Whether it's SpaceX's push for $10 million launches with Starship, Rocket Lab's rapid response capabilities, or even Blue Origin's eventual orbital achievements, We're entering an era where space is becoming more accessible than ever before. If you found this deep dive into the evolving space industry fascinating, don't forget to support our channel. Hit that like button if you believe in the power of innovation. Share this video with fellow space enthusiasts and leave a comment with your thoughts on who will achieve the next major breakthrough. Subscribe to Elon Musk 24 Hours for more cutting-edge coverage of space technology and innovation. Remember to hit that notification bell to stay updated on the latest developments in this exciting new space race. Until next time, keep looking up. The next space revolution might just come from where you least expect it. In the aftermath of SpaceX's historic Flight 5, a stunning revelation emerged. While millions watched in awe as Super Heavy gracefully descended toward the launch tower, behind the scenes, engineers were holding their breath. The seemingly flawless catch that made headlines worldwide was, in fact, hanging by a thread. During a recent meeting, SpaceX engineers disclosed to Elon Musk that the massive booster came within 1 second, just 1 second, of triggering an abort sequence that would have sent it crashing into the ground. But that's not all. A critical protective cover had torn away during descent, exposing vital components essential for landing. These never-before-revealed details paint a picture of just how razor-thin the margins were between triumph and potential disaster. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, where today we'll uncover the dramatic story behind Mechazilla's catching system, the hidden challenges that nearly derailed Flight 5, and how SpaceX plans to perfect this groundbreaking maneuver for Flight 6. Let's dive right in. In a tense emergency meeting that lasted through the night after Flight 5's landing, engineers huddled around screens analyzing telemetry data. The readings were unlike anything we'd seen in simulations, revealed Dr. James Mitchell, SpaceX's lead propulsion engineer. Multiple team members reported seeing their hands shake as they watched the pressure readings fluctuate wildly during those final seconds of descent. For Flight Director Sarah Chen, who had been with the program since its inception, this was more than just a technical challenge. "We put 5 years of our lives into this project," she shared, her voice tight with emotion. "Watching those abort parameters flash red, knowing we were seconds away from losing everything, those were the longest moments of my career." Let's break down what really happened during those crucial moments of Flight 5. According to the recently leaked engineering discussion, the heart of the issue lay in the Raptor engine's spin pressure system, a critical component that manages propellant flow during landing. Think of it as the engine's circulatory system. If it fails, the consequences could be catastrophic. The spin pressure system normally maintains a steady 32.4 bar during descent. But during Flight 5, it oscillated between 28.7 and 35.2 bar, a variation that would typically trigger an immediate abort. The fact that the system's fail-safes didn't activate has led to a complete review of the pressure monitoring algorithms. One of the lead engineers, speaking in a recorded meeting with Elon Musk, revealed that a misconfigured parameter in this system nearly triggered what they call a false positive abort. "The data wasn't matching our expected values," the engineer explained, "and our automated systems came within 1 second of forcing the booster to divert from the catch attempt. But here's where it gets even more intense. The abort sequence wouldn't just have meant a missed catch. It would have deliberately directed the massive Super Heavy booster to crash into a designated safety zone near the launch tower." Picture that. A 230-foot rocket packed with residual propellant, being forced to impact the ground when there was actually nothing wrong with it. Each Starship booster represents an investment of over $90 million. A crash would not only mean losing the hardware, it could potentially delay the entire lunar program by months, putting billions in NASA contracts at risk. The root of this near miss traces back to SpaceX's ambitious new landing protocols. The team had implemented over 100 new abort criteria for Flight 5, each designed to enhance safety, but also increasing the complexity of the landing sequence. As one engineer noted in the recording, "We were pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but maybe we pushed a little too close to the edge." But what the engineering team discovered next would make the spin pressure issue seem trivial by comparison. During the supersonic descent phase, a protective chine cover, a crucial aerodynamic component, peeled away from the booster. This wasn't just any panel, it was protecting what engineers described as several single-point failure valves, essential for the landing burn. By sheer luck, none of these critical components were damaged when the cover tore away. The timing couldn't have been worse. This damage occurred just as the booster was preparing to fire its engines for the final landing burn. One SpaceX official admitted, "We would have predicted the exact failure point.